Salve, citizens, and welcome to Aloft. Let's go through a beginner's guide, a quick start guide, whatever you wish to call it, but here we are on a new island, the new character, and let's show you everything to do on the starter island. So, now that you're here, collect all this loot as you run this way, just get all you can. That's easy to access, even the small baby trees like that you can grab. Sticks, twigs, all of it. Just saves you from having to do all that later. You can even run up over here. There's a bunch of easy loot to grab here. Worth grabbing because it means you don't have to immediately go chopping trees. Then you're gonna go up this ramp. We're gonna find that first knowledge stone. Let's do that now. Look at all the rocks here. There we go. So you're gonna have to open your inventory and do a stone and a log, and you're gonna get a hammer right there. Then you wanna do this. So if you press R, it's gonna make it manually snap. Press R again to free float, and R one more time to go back to an automatic snap, like so. There we go. Let's learn this, and this should be the crafting station. I keep grabbing looty here. There we go. All these rocks just to make your life easier in the long run. There we go. Now you're gonna go and build that. Then we're gonna learn a few things. That's gonna do sharp stones. We're gonna craft a couple of those. We're gonna learn that as well, the leaf cloth. Now sharp stone like that is the stone axe, and then 2 sharp stones. Maybe one of each. It was one of each. 1 stone, 1 log, 1 sharp stone. Is the pick. So we're gonna do 2 and 3. We're gonna do number 1 here and break that. So a lot of these junk piles throughout the game you can interact with, like so. Get rid of. There's supposed to be a bonus from timing your hits correctly, but I never get the bonus from it, so. We need some windstone here, which would be these. You'll need a lot of this as you go through the game, so make sure you're stopping to grab. But let's go ahead and run outside. This is the beginner island here. So there's 2 things you want to do before you go upstairs. At least 2 things that I would suggest doing before you go upstairs. Oh, and then there's the turtle flying by. Be able to get on that eventually. Not sure how yet. But there's another knowledge stone here, and this should be the same. It seems like these things go in the same order no matter what. That's the home kite, so that's how you build a base. Then you want to jump down here, go under this waterfall, right here. Then there's a 3rd knowledge stone. There we go. And that's going to be a wooden wall. Okay, that's different. So it just seems like the first 2 are static. Because when I used that last, I got something else. So we loot all those. We're going to go back up right here. And now we're going to look around for a minute before we go up, because I would love to show you all one more thing out here. We don't have to necessarily do this right now, but I guess we'll hop over briefly. You can break these barrels too with the axe. Just wood. And with the crates. Still just wood. And let's parkour this. Ugh. Okay, let's not parkour that. Get the blueberries. We'll try that again. Blueberries. Never get rid of any amount of seeds. They're always useful. We'll try that again real quick. I think we needed to fall down anyways. Would have laughed if I had done that again. Right, so we're kind of just looking for loot. I'm trying to find one thing to show y'all, but I have not seen it yet, so we're going to just go up top first. Oh, here's some paper, which you need for some crafty type of stuff. I was looking for a campfire to break so we can talk about charcoal, but I guess I'll do that later. Alright, so this is where the game starts to get really good. You've looted, explored a little bit. Honestly, you don't even have to loot first like I did. Just get the knowledge stones, and then you want to run up here. All the way up. So we'll do this, and we'll talk to this first zone, and then that's when the game really begins. So let's do that now. And then there's 2 more things I'd like to craft to show y'all, so hopefully we get there. Oh, and always grab salt. I'm not going to grab it all right now, just for the sake of moving the video forward. But salt is purely used for cooking. It is a spice, technically, in-game, so it's a lot of cooking. Break down with a machine, eventually. So this is where you need to get to. Run up here. Make sure you are grabbing enough of those little broken trees, because you will need them for this phase here. There's going to be this short clip. It's going to teach you about something very important. Flying. That's really cool, actually. We learned the glider stand. But before we go any further, though, we're going to stop and talk to this. We're going to make sure we have enough of these made, the leaf cloths, which I do believe we have enough made. Now press B again, put the hammer out to make the glider stand, press the plus. Only make it with leaf right now, initially. I like to change the pattern. When you craft it, then I like to go ahead and destroy these, both. And you equip the glider with E, then space, and space again to fly. Now you can go out, explore, and find the next things you need to find. So now the game is going to start moving you towards corrupt islands and loot and things of that nature. There's a few more things to look for before we leave this area. I'll try to find them now. More paper, and you need that for some crafting. And there we go, that's good. We got a sketchbook, which is perfect. We did not craft one, which I wanted to show you, but for now, we will just equip this. So right-click to scan things that you don't have scanned yet. You do need some charcoal to do that, and I have not seen any charcoal yet, unfortunately. Charcoal's pretty easy to find. Let's walk around a minute, see if we can track some down. So there's going to be tree stumps that look charred. That's going to give you charcoal. I have not seen any yet, weirdly. There's a chest here, too. Right up here. Maybe that'll have what we need. It's not. You could also scan the chest. But I have no charcoal. As soon as we find some, talk about what to do. Maybe over here there is a campfire to break. Yeah, so you can break the campfires down. That is an early way to get charcoal, but there's also charred stumps that you need to be on the lookout for. That's a burned meal, but we'll eat it anyways. Now we have, I think, 2 or 3 pieces of charcoal, so we can look for stuff to scan. See what we can get unlocked real quick. Not seeing anything to scan yet. That's where we started. Here we go. We should find something to scan down here, maybe. There's that. Okay, let's move on towards the next objective. We need to find that lost sailing knowledge. So let's head out and do that now. Oh, then there's mushrooms on that tree there. You'll need a lot of those as you proceed forward. Okay, so since we have a little bit of paper, we'll do a quick scan in here. You can see you just left click to scan things that you don't have learned. The round roof pieces, that. We're out of paper now, but that. We scan this. No. Alright, let's get out of here and see what we can find. So left click to boost. Go. Is there anything here? Here we go. There's the charcoal. That's what you need to look for. These burned out stumps. Just 2, but that's good enough. Let's carry on to here. Here we go. That's also great. That's going to teach us a campfire. Some more stumps there, and we're going to take a breather here. We're going to build this again. When you click different items, it's going to teach you things. Like so. This one's good. That's going to teach us the sketchbook. Clean water. Bandages. And since nothing's highlighted anymore, we've discovered everything for now. We'll take that with us again. Right click, left click to break. I'm gonna make sure to keep getting all of that stuff. So we're gonna have to carry on here. I'd like to get a weapon made. To check and see that in a minute. This is where we need to be, at least for now. There's a key here and a door to open. This is gonna start us off on getting some important things made, so let's do that now. Now you can fly and you're going around harvesting. Which means it's time to settle. Build an island of your own. We discovered the helm. And now, we need to continue our exploration and discover sails and things. So there's 2 anchors to discover on this island we're on currently, so let's get looking for those. In the meantime, we will keep looting as we see fit, grabbing rocks and everything that we can. So we're going to look for the anchors that are on this current island. We're also going to actually stop and get these. You do need a good number of windstones, I think, for the initial build here. So let's go and look for the anchors that are on this island. They should be pretty obvious once we see them. Ah, there's the first one right here. We want to speak with this. That's going to teach us the rudder. And now let's go find the other one. Should be up here. This first island always seems to be near the same for everybody. But it's pretty easy to find what you need. Wheat there that we can't loot yet. We got a torch and some other loot. I'm gonna actually sleep here real quick, I think. There we are. Let's sleep. Go. Continue exploring. Where is this other anchor? It's right over there, actually. Let's go back up. So this is really cool. Make sure you have paper for this, because pretty early on you can come here and you can scan, you know, all the stone. There's a good bit of charcoal there. Yeah, we can just start scanning all this stone here. Which is really good to do early game. Then there's a good bit of rope here to find as well. Also a good bit of paper here. Then don't forget the bugs. Also very important. More rope, and we got another of these books, which we don't need this one. Break that one down. We need a scythe for that. This room's often overlooked. There's a couple of baskets in here. Just gotta break the barrels out of the way. I think this one too. No. Maybe it's just the two. Yeah. Two. Nothing good. If you're wondering how I'm looting so fast, I'm pressing left control to just grab all the loot at once. Ah, here's the other anchor. This is going to teach us the second part that we need to know. And that's the leaf floater. And now we need to continue our exploration by leaving this island and going out to discover more. But first, we're going to build this and see. That should teach us the stone sword. Then this should teach us the field guide, which it did. The field guide is also very important, and we'll go over what that's about pretty soon. 5 and 4, and we're going to destroy that, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 on the tools. There we have it. Let's check and see if we want to spend any of our paper here. We do. We've gotten both of these things for now. 5 and 6. With the field guide, when you right click, it shows you what's on the ecosystem and how to repair it. So pretty cool. We're going to drop down here, get these flowers. Those come in handy eventually. So we're going to carry on by going to this little baby island over here. Seeing if we missed anything. Charcoal. If we check this one, yeah, the diversity's good. What we want to do is fly this way. Now that we have a sword, we can definitely see about engaging with some of these islands that we need to fight on. We're going to go out here first, and then we're going to go over there, and we'll talk about how to fight on an island. The goal, of course, is, you know, we're moving towards finding the sails and the pieces that we need. We need 2 more sailing knowledge, and then that's going to be developing our first island. What is over here? Check diversity. It's good. Looks like there's something down below. I believe I hear something down below, so we'll drop down. Go in right here. Nothing too important. These are the windstone crystals, which you need for a lot of early to mid-game crafting. And they're kind of hard to get, especially right there. So there was nothing on this island that we 100% needed. So we're going to go check upstairs one more time. If we missed anything, and then we're going to go over there. But we did not miss anything. So let's go over here, and we're going to clear both of these up. So if you left click, when it tells you left click again with that little white bar, you'll be able to really move fast with that boost. Okay, yeah, here we go. So this is corruption. Left click to charge, choppy choppy. Then left click to charge, choppy choppy again. It's going to spawn some enemies once you chop this orb here. And let these come out before you hit them. I've been hitting them too soon, and it's glitching fight out. So wait till they come out all the way before you start any of this. Then you want to hit this again, like so. And that's going to rid the island of the corruption. Then you'll be able to clear all the loot you see, all the boxes. Be able to talk to the knowledge center that's there. Like so. You'll be able to learn here. Like so. That gives us the millstone. That's awesome. Then you want to scan stuff as you can. I'm not using the only piece of paper we have on that, though. I'm going to save it for something a little more important. I do believe there's some paper here. Now, this isn't a terrible first island, just so y'all know. But we're going to go over here. We're going to clear this mess up. After we stop here. Check the chest. Because there's going to be a lot of chests here. That. Then we got a second chest here. And we got that basket. Looks like we got a piece of food we can eat. A stale meal. How delicious. And a burnt meal. My favorite. These are little floaty bases that the computer generated in. But what we're going to do is we're going to land here and do this fight. These fights can be kind of hard early game, because these islands can spawn quite a few enemies, like more than you would expect. So make sure you're eating any of that food that you find initially, and then again, make sure you're not attacking these until they're all the way out, because they will just kind of despawn, unfortunately. But the best thing you have going is the fact that you can jump away and fly anytime you need to. So there's 2 on this island. The second is over here. You want to start this fight, then this is important. Look at this. You can right click. Can you scan that? No, you can't. I've been told you can scan those, but I've not found one worth scanning yet. So keep an eye on all the sawmills, in case you can scan one. We're going to check all these in a minute and see if we can either repair one to scan, or if they're just all ones you break. Oh, see, that one says it can't scan it. Maybe we can scan it once this is down. So that's going to clear up the island. Or no? Is there a third this time? The third somewhere. Last I did this, there were only 2. Not seeing any others. Oh, never finished this. That'll do it. There we go. That unlocks the leap attack, and to do that, you just hold left click until it highlights an enemy blue. Then you left click to charge forward. Okay, so now we're gonna see if there's anything we can find here for a sawmill. Scan you. And anything over here? There was definitely a lot of tree chopping going on this island. Let's see. Scan you. You. Really thought we could maybe scan that one. Well. Ah, okay, so this is good. We actually need to plant some trees here, so you want to go into your seeds. And you want to put down as many trees as you can to fix the vitality of this island. We still don't have enough tree seeds. We'll have to go get some more and come back and finish this. We need 3 more tree seeds. Wonder if once we fix that it'll help, but who knows. All these stumps everywhere and everything. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to fix the island vitality before we can even interact with this here. It's not going to let us do that yet. So we need to go get some tree seeds, so... Alright, we'll just go over here and grab some real quick. This will be a really easy fix. There we go. How many seeds is that? Okay, that's enough. Back over here. We'll place these. This is how you repair an ecosystem. And if you need to do the other seeds, these ones, the Emerald Isle seeds, you right click and it changes what it is. So now we go up here and get this. This is going to give us the third item out of 4. I was really hoping we could sketch one of these sawmills, but we can't. Very unfortunate. We're going to check into here real quick. This is a nice room. It's got all these axes back here you can break down if you want. That is a cooking recipe. We learned flatbread. Paper, wool. None of these sawmills works. I've never seen a working sawmill to date. I've never been able to build a sawmill yet. Right, that was cool. What was that? A water opal. Looks like just random loot. It's pretty neat. We got the windstones. Okay, so we want to move on. At this point. Let's do another quick check for sawmill that we can scan. I've not seen one though. Oh, we did get that, which is great. Then this sword is technically better than this one because it's got the 2 dots, which means we can just put 2 attachments on it eventually, so we'll keep those. The trees are all growing. Let's go and find this last anchor. We're going to stop over here first and see if we can do anything over here. You'd think this island had would have a sawmill on it, but it does not, fortunately. I believe we already stopped here. Yeah, we did. So let's go under for a minute and see if we've missed anything. Just some salt. Nothing super important. There we go. We're going to start flying back this way. We want to boost ourselves as much as we can because that does really crank your speed up and really get going and tearing here, so. So this over here is the island that I like to start out on. It's a really, really good starter island. Let's clear it up now. And then we'll talk about what we need to do here. This one too. And that's that. We're going to go ahead and anticipate that we're staying here, and we're going to put that down. This is a great, great starter island. It's very large. If you scan anything in here worth scanning, the walls, paper, different lamps and things, okay. And this has a lot of trees on it. A lot of flat space to build on, so this has become one of my favorite areas to have a base. And this is what you'll see me currently using in the lives if you watch the lives. Right, we got some nice bandages. Other stuff. We're going to go up top here, and we're going to interact with this right here. So this is going to be the fourth piece that we need. Build your first base. So axe out to chop all these. Got some here that we can't loot yet, but we'll get that made soon. So what we're looking at is this right here. We want to build that. So that's going to be the map. We want to build this. You can see this is the starter area for us. And then we want to come back down. Want to experiment here at the table for a second. Let's see, what do we have? What is that? Spyglass, okay. This is the rope that you need to build with. That's why we were coming back down. Got plenty of rope. That is hay. That should be the sickle. That should be the hoe. That's the bucket. That's everything for now. When it's not showing yellow, that means we've discovered it. So at this point, we actually want to do this a bunch. You don't have to left click hold either. You can also just press E. And now we want to drop some floaters here. 3 should be enough initially. Then I like to put the sails on the back of this. You want them to face into the wind, so you want them to face this way, moving the island forward. You stack them up, they're not going to work correctly, and you can see that we ran out of those stones that we need. The wind stones, so we're going to have to go find some wind stones here. Looks like there's a bunch here, so this is why I'm saying you always got to loot these. Now we can grab that wheat if we want. Sickle. See? Gives you the wheat, and it has a chance to give you the seeds too. And you can eventually clear all these trees out. You can definitely start by grabbing all these babies and getting them out of here too. The one downside of this island is it does go a little crazy on the respawn rate on trees, so you're going to be constantly chopping and cutting. And this island itself needs a decent amount of trees on it too to stay functional. I believe it's 40 something. Yeah, you need 40 trees. Alright, so now we're going to build again. More sails. We're going to go up and check if 3 is enough for now. I believe we need a 4th. If that's the case, we'll build a few more things. Let's look at this and see what it says here. We need rudders. Okay, build rudders to rotate island. Just works. You see we're moving, we're turning, space to raise and lower. And that is, in a nutshell, how you get started in Aloft. I will leave you with this final tip. You can go left or right anytime. Like, we can mark that on the map right there, and we can look, we can see, and we can go towards that. This is the starter zone that you're in. So you can travel to any of these quadrants in the starter zone, and then you can also travel outside going this way. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to turn and go that way, and we're going to call it right there. This is a little bit longer of a video than I typically make, but I want to do a little more in-depth Aloft beginner's guide, and I think this covered pretty much everything. So we're going to leave it there. Y'all take care. Enjoy Aloft.